quack, quack, quack. For me, I don't let you down. I won't let you down. You can be spinning. Down. I won't let you down. Go put your love on me. Find it all around. Quack.
Beats International Radio Smasher coming at you live on Sintrosity Radio. You will be skinning. All right. Oh.
I won't let you down. We can be singing, girl, put your love on me. Find it all around. Doobadoo. Hello, everyone. I think it's time for a dance party, don't you? Let's get ready to dance. 'Cause I won't let you down. I won't let you down. You can be swinging, girl, put your love on me. All around, we can do spinning. Sing it, sing it, sing it, sing it, sing it, sing it.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Should I be doing that when I've just had food? Probably not. Are we doing it anyway? Of course we are, because we vibe with it, chat. Okay, maybe I shouldn't do that when I've just ate. Oh, chat, how you doing? Today's Friday, and we know what that means. It means we're gonna be doing something really stupid, but really, hopefully, maybe, possibly, really funny. Okay? There we go. So we're good with that one. As long as you ain't swimming, you'll be fine. Well, Fizzy, how about we go for a swim? Central London never looks so good this time of night. It looks so peaceful, so tranquil. So the police are still out, so it's fine. So, you know, there's always something going down. From down, look. Community swimming pool. That sounds hella suspicious. But I promise it's not. Right. How you doing? Angela, welcome, Sin. Fizzy, welcome, Sin. Zine, welcome, Sin. I want to know, how is your... How are you doing? Testing 76. You can hear me because I can hear me too. That was okay. Angela, how you doing today? Pretty shitty, not gonna lie. But I'll be fine. Hey, yo, well, that's the point of the streams, is it not? We like to make sure that I turn the song off and make sure it doesn't loop all the time. But isn't that why we do these streams? To kind of just vibe out and forget about all the stupid troubles that's going on in the world? Yeah, boy. How you doing today, Mr. Django? Welcome, Sin. You're a don't. Why you gotta do this to me, Tyson? Why you gotta do this, bro?
Centrosity HD. You are a donut. Vengeance.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thailand. How you doing, Ty? Welcome, Sin, dude. Dommy. Balls. How you doing? Tommy. How you doing? Flying with my light against the fright. You know what's what I think's a massive ripoff, right? I'll do the hydrate and I'll show you something. Look at this, right? I went to McDonald's, right? Because I wanted to get myself a soda. A soda-y soda that could only be quenched with ice. Because if I wanted to get a delivered drink with ice in it, you've got to go to McDonald's. However, the insane thing, right? This drink, I can't show properly with the light, right? There is this much not in the cup. I've not drank it, right? There is this much milkshake out of the cup. There's no milkshake in the cup. I'm drinking a milkshake. Hey, yo, Zach, how you doing, bro? There's no milkshake in the milkshake. It's a scam. Remind me to pick that up. I just can't believe it.
Fizzy Pop 1992 just subscribed.
Fizzy. Thank you for the tier 1, Fizzy. I appreciate that. But Dak, welcome, Sin. Hope you had a good day. Hope you had a good week. Today's Friday. So you just gotta vibe out, you know. You are most well. When you put it like that. Oh wait, this is blow your whistle. Don't blow my whistle. That's a slow song. That's a slow song. This is Here for the Weekend by Coldplay, chat. This is the vibe right here. But went for a soda, get a milkshake. No, I got a soda as well, but the soda was nice. Okay, I got a Diet Coke. And sometimes I just want... Sometimes you just want... What am I saying? Sometimes you just want a Mickey D's Diet Coke, you know? You want a syrupy, unhealthy soda in the good weather with ice in it. Sometimes you just want it, right? So I got it, and it was nice. But the thing that really, like, ticked my marble bag, the thing that really made my marmalade taste like oranges, the thing that really turned my socks into slippers, is that the milkshake had half of the milkshake in, and it just came that way. I paid £3 for a chocolate milkshake, and I got a half-assed attempt. It makes my cheese buttery, you know, chat. It really gears my light bulbs. It's the reason why the zebra crossing is black and white and not rainbow colored, is because they gave me a half-assed attempt of a milkshake. I'm sitting here drinking half a milkshake because McDonald's don't even know what a jigsaw piece is from a leopard print pajama pants. It's insanity. Ugh. Since GCSE is the number one done today. Let's go, Sundry Tomato. How you doing today, bro? I'm guessing you're doing pretty pog because your first exam's out the way. You should try McDonald's, Coke in the US. It's getting a lot more unhealthy. I mean, I've tried. When I went to the States in 2022, which would have been this time. Yeah, it was, actually. It was this time 2 years ago that I went to the States with Artemis. And I tried all of the fast foods that I could try while I was down there, and it was very unhealthy for me. I'm doing decent. I confess to this girl that I like, and it didn't go the way I wanted. But other than that, it went good. Hopefully next time. Keep your head up, your neck back, shoulders down, and really show her who's boss. Okay? That's how I get all the ladies anyway. I don't know about you, but it always works. Ask Princess. It's how I got her attention. I just walk around like this. And she fell in love with me. Chat, it always works. Don't disbelieve it. Honestly though, I hope that your exams go well. In fact, to anybody that has got exams right now, listen. Quick one for you. Your exams, take it from somebody who's been there. I am terrible at exams, right? I could not do exams for the life of me, but you know what I can do? I can't do exams, okay? But don't hear me out. There, it's okay. I can't do exams for the life of me. However, they don't dictate who you are. If you're doing GCSEs right now, you're doing your A-levels or even your SATs, or if you're in college or if you're in the United States or you do blah, 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 your exams don't mean anything. They're a great placeholder for education to education, okay? So if you're going from elementary / primary school, going into high school / secondary school, your SATs going to your GCSEs, that's all that is. It's for your teachers. It's not for you. It doesn't dictate how smart you are. It doesn't dictate how well in life you're going to do. I had a lot of teachers that said I would never do well in life because of the grades I got in elementary school, going into high school. And I got solid top grades. I was in the gifted and talented section. But then when it came to do my GCSEs in my secondary / high school, going to do my A-levels or my college degree, it didn't matter. I done terrible in exams. I just can't do exams for the life of me. Sometimes I just get mixed up with them. Sometimes I just don't know what the question's trying to ask. Are they trying to ask me the circumference of the sun? But what is the specific thing? I need it to say what it wants me to do. My brain don't be brain in that kind of context. However, I can do complex maths. Also, ChatGPT is very helpful. I'm just saying. I mean, when I started university, Cap, I'm not even going to lie. When I started university, I did a I'm the best mathematician out of anybody I know. My mental game and my maths is top level, even when it comes down to theoretical. I'm just saying, I use ChatGPT in my maths exam in front of my invigilator, and he just goes, you can't beat it, so may as well do it. Wait for it.
1, 2, 3, 4. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It was dead. The drop was dead. The drop didn't do anything. I'm ashamed. Maybe this. Okay, maybe I can vibe.
This is what I say.
Stop doing that when you've just had milkshakes, then please. Stop doing that when you've just had milkshakes. Don't kiss it. Hi, chat. Oh. Oh, that was so much. Oh, don't chat. Just listen to me. Just don't do that. Don't have a McDonald's milkshake. Blech. Stretch at a time like. Did Fusion start today? Suck, we're going to be doing them. Also, hello, how you doing? Chat, let me just do a stretch. Oh. Oh. Okay, right, let's get everything back. Let's say hello. Oh, there we go. That's what I needed to do that. Hey, Zane. Hey, Ryan. Okay, there we go. That was it. That's what I needed. Wish I had ChatGPT through my early college years. Only had it for your masters. I mean, at least you got a masters. I just gave up in college because I knew more than what my tutor was saying. My tutor. This is what Capri, listen to this. When I started university, right, in my country, excuse me, when I started doing my degree, my math tutor said, in a heavy African accent, and I can't do it otherwise I will get cancelled again, he was going 1 and 2. These are both numbers. 1 plus 2 equals 3. And 3 is also a number. However, 0 is also a number. So I stood up and walked out the lecture, and he asked me if there was something wrong, and I told him he was a waste of my goddamn time, and told him I'd return in a year when he starts doing difficult shit. They didn't like that. But I didn't care. So I only ended up going to exams when he started being like, stop mocking my time. And now we're here. Now we're having a good time. Whoa, that was loud. My current maths teacher was my year 7 tutor. Did you like just go up with them? Damn, I wish I was there to see that hot stretcher, man. No, you saw me though, you know? I did that. You ready? I'm not gonna do that on the camera ever again. People are just gonna watch me and just... It's okay. However, chat, so... Do good in your exams. The point of that was, do good in your exams. Use ChatGPT, I don't care. The AI is here to take over, bro. You may as well just get the use out of it while you can. The world's gonna end up just doing this. You're only gonna do this from here, so, you know, just... do whatever you want to do, you know. My teacher's been named... My teacher has the last name Delaba, and I can't hear through this thick accent. What? Delaba? Zilla. Hey there, Delaba, what's it like in New York City? Oh. That milkshake's really trying to... You know what? I think I need more milkshake. I think that's my problem. That was the problem. I needed more milkshake. Cappy, how was work today, by the way? I learned what ADHD medicine was last night, chat. I learned what ADHD medicine was, and oh my god. I'm saying that, and I'm flicking scissors round, like, just like this. Don't do this. Wow. It's amazing, but also not. I should Hey, yo, chat, anyone got any of the ADHD medication? Get a fidget spinner? What? But I got scissors. I need to move them. They're behind my coffee machine. Amazing. I'm not allowed fidget spinners. I have like, I will dead ass just sit here and like just open and close. I'll just sit here and just open and close AirPods. Is that not like, oh, chat? You know what? My thing is a click. Oh, it's click. I'm not gonna lie. I thought, as I said, my thing is having a chicken pen. I was like, I need a chicken pen. Whenever you click, it goes. That'd be my idea. I'm making it. Dan, if you're watching, patent it. We're making one. I can't wait for college. I'm gonna be a menace. He's a menace. With the engineering course I'm doing. What do you mean you're a menace? What do you mean you're a menace doing an engineering course, Ryan? What does that entail? Are you gonna do like Iron Man and get captured by Al Qaeda and just sit in a cave for 3 months and make an Iron Man suit? If so, that's kind of cool. Chats, did I mention? Why did I do that with my arms? So chat, today we're gonna be doing Fusion X Fusion. If you don't know what Fusion X Fusion is, let me introduce to you Fusion X Fusion. Did I mention a word? Fusion X Fusion. No? Well, let me do it again. Fusion X Fusion, chat. This is it. You ready? I'm gonna show you this, right? Refresh. Where's my wheel gone? Where's my wheel gone? Where's your wheel gone? Where's your wheel gone? Are you not? It's. Did you just break? Is that what happened? You just broke in front of my chat? Please don't do that. Hey, I'm trying to ban myself. Do I have permission? I can ban you. Did that work? Tell me if that worked. I hope so. There we go. I fixed it. So chat, look. Seal. I just realized I just randomly banned you. Are we doing Gartic phone? We're gonna do it today as well. I gotta warn. Work calls. Capri, we'll all miss you, okay? We will all miss you. But get your work done. Stop slacking, okay? Chat, I want to show you. So watch, this is what we do. We'll be playing on. So this is it just today. I'll go cry at work. But think of me while you could. That sounds weird. Cry. Don't cry. Just take your meds. Goodbye. Chat, this is it. You ready? So watch. What we do is we just go onto the wheel. Boom. We spin it. And then it'll tell us what we're doing. We are going to be doing, for example, Steven Universe, right? And then we'll spin it again. That's what we do. We spin it twice, and that tells us what we're going to do. Are we doing Gartic phone? We're going to do Gartic phone to start with, right? And then we're going to do, I'm going to show you guys the Minecraft server, because I feel like the Minecraft server is going to be something that you're all going to be freaking fired up for. Need to add a Stickman style, though. Fizzy. I'd be terrified. Everyone who does Gart, right, anyone that does Stickmen option, though, they're all going to do the same thing. They're just going to draw a stick and be like, it's done. I see the meme now. Right, chat, I'm going to put us onto the good old Gartic, right? I'm going to do Gartic. We're going to do Fusion X Fusion. Girl, you're shining. Viewer. Gartic Fusion X Fusion. Masterpieces. And what it is, chat, it's going to be... I'm going to grab my laptop, EB. Go grab your laptop. This is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. On the way like my something you mind this. Out of my head, out of my mind. You're the soul, down to your time, you're one of a kind. Don't ask this.
Did this guy just say Rock and Morty? Shit,
Yes,
no,
yes,
Rick.
yes, yes,
He's
yes, yes,
using
yes.
my wheel,
Taking it off
chat.
you. How do you feel?
You're using my bro. Bro, I'm just using. Nah, man. I asked at the start, bro. I asked at the start. You said it was fine. Bro. Yeah.
I put Ed and Eddie.
This
You're
mother.
just feeling it, bro. Don't worry.
Hey, yo! Okay. Right, let's get our lobby sorted. Twitch. Dibba-dibba. Yeah, you're so plastic. Okay, chat, we're gonna do masterpiece, okay? You're slat and maybe you're slick. I never met a girl like you ever until we met. Right. There is that. Ooh. I'm out of my head, out of my mind to get connect with through. In your time is one I find. Right, chat, let's go. Right, so the goal of us here, right? We're doing Fusion X Fusion. So what we're gonna spin the wheel twice. It'll tell us what we are gonna be doing, and then it has to be spin 1 in style of spin 2, right? So I've already shown you. So the first spin would be if it wants to load. It doesn't want to load. No. Okay. Oh, that's my alert box. That's why. Wait, no. Wheel. Interact. There we go. And we got Ryan. Okay, so watch chat. This is what we do. Hi, Joey. How you doing? Welcome, Sin. Hope you're having a good day today, dude. So watch chat. So this is how we do it. We will spin the wheel once, and we'll see what we've got. How can I join? Simple. There is a link just here. There you go. Join in that one. So what happens? We spin the wheel once, and we get Pixar, right? So it is a Pixar character. And what is going to be a Pixar? It's going to be, okay, so it's going to be Perry the Platypus as a Pixar character. Okay, so that's what it is. Joey welcomes in as well. So that's the first one we're going to do. You guys get 20 minutes to do it. But we are doing Perry the Platypus as a Pixar character. That's what it has to be. Okay? Da 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 right. Yeah. But let's see. Tonight. Seeing as the most go to playlist, I do. It's a go to playlist. Wait, what's good, Joey? Groceries, buying groceries. Yeah. 20 minutes. Are we making? Yes, we're doing masterpiece. It can be Phineas and Ferb. Anything from Phineas and Ferb, right? But it has to be in the style of Pixar. It needs to be Pixar, Phineas and Ferb. And I'll grab my timer as well. Dear future husband. Let's do... Set a timer for 20 minutes. I should turn this... There we go. I've not it's okay. It's super easy. It's just jump. You can use reference images. You can always go on Google and find out what you want to do for it. That's what I do. I go into Google and I look at reference images and just have them up on my other monitor. So let's go Phineas and Fab. Future husband. Perry the Platypus? I missed out to get my laptop. You know what? There's 20 minutes. Is there a way that I can end it? I don't think there is a way I can end it. Am I going to do it? Okay, there we go. I don't mind doing another one. Chat, I'm going to disband and start again. Well, it's too late now, Fizzy. Okay. Okay. Right. Exactly. Chat, there's a new link in it. Right, join in, new link, chat. New link, new game. This is Lana Del Rey. Lana Del Rey is just not a vibe. To be by the script though, that's the way forward. That is the way forward. I feel like wait, did I chat does okay, deck is the okay, that's fine, that's fine. Do 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 do. Hi, Cookie. How you doing? Getting down the lights. And so Ramen Boy welcomes in as well. Fizzy, welcome into the game. So join Perry Platypus. Okay, you know what? We'll spin again. Okay. Let's go in here. Let's spin again. Hi, Ramen. Right, so this is Fusion X Fusion chat. We spin the wheel twice. Character X style. The first one is Captain Price. Call of Duty character Captain Price. We love him. Top soldier, right? In the style of... Wait, in the style of Omni... Okay, listen. Okay, I'm going to do a different one and we'll restart it because that one's a hard one. I want to do it with content creator. I feel like that one will be a hard one to do for just anybody, okay? Right, I think this is Stardew Valley. Okay, so drawing it as if it's in Stardew Valley, but who is the character that we're going to be drawing? Let's find out. It's My Little Pony Fusion Stardew Valley. Okay. Okay. Okay, time is set, chat. So the rules is, it's Masterpiece, okay? So we are doing Masterpiece, My Little Pony Stardew Valley. 20 minutes, take as long as you need. Is it gonna be, it's gonna be so bad. Go. Set a timer for 20 minutes. Okay, chat, let's go. So now we need to do... I need to look at Stardew Valley in general. Because I've never... Oh, Cookie, you're going to hate me. I've never played Stardew. I know it's 8-bit pixel art, but it's kind of Farmer Valley-esque. Like Terraria, kind of, right? We're drawing Pony as Stardew. Either way, you can do either or. Okay? It kicked you? How did it kick you out the first one, Joey? Have you got 2FA on your Twitch? Because you need to be logged in with Twitch on both sides. Superhero okay. Right, so there's 20 minutes. Okay, you know what, Joey? Chat, I'm gonna restart it one more time just for Joey, but we'll get in straight away, okay? If we let Fizzy in, I'm gonna just... Yeah, you got kicked out. It's okay, listen, I'll do it one more time. And we go in. I don't like doing this normally, but however, I'm fine with doing it. Thank you. It's fine. You were here for the last one and we reset. I think it'd be unfair if I didn't do it. Normally, I don't do a lot of resets. In fact, you know what? I've never did a reset. But you know, it'd be cool. Sha. Yeah. Yeah. Sha. Oh. Yeah. Da. You know you want me. No. Lurk while I do something I need to do. Okay, Duck. Thank you for the lurk, Cookie. You think you got me? Right. Wait. Right, Joey, let's see when you get in. It's putting you in the last game. Is it still putting you in it with the new link? With this link? Let me copy and paste the link again, see if it does it. Oh, wow. Okay, wait. New link. For some reason, has already updated. New link. And then we good. That link should... Yeah. What the frick, dude? My Little Pony Stardew chat. Hey, yeah. All right now, baby players. Right, chat, you're going to get 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7. I have a question. What's the question, Joey? 6. Okay, I'm waiting. We're waiting on Joey's question. Give me 5 seconds before I do it. I ain't waiting around forever, dog. 4, 3. Can I draw one character because I'm bad at drawing in-game and IRL? Draw one character from My Little Pony. As long as you can do it, it's fine. It doesn't need to be great. It doesn't need to be great. As long as you follow the theme, we good. Let's go. Set the time. Siri. Set a timer for 20 minutes. Hopefully I do well as I do my exam today. Hopefully you do as well, Ryan. I've got my eyes on you, boy. Right, we're getting Stardew. So it's kind of pixelated or kind of like format. Wait, so it's gonna... Okay, my vibe's gonna be... So... Let's make it small, right? We're talking... Valley, right? I just realized something. What are you realizing, Joey? It kicked me out again since I wasn't on it for a while. I can't restart it again, Joey. Come on, baby. So we'd have like a barn. I know you don't need to say, oh wait, I appreciate that, Joey, thank you. I hope you're enjoying yourself though. I hope you're enjoying the vibe anyway. So if this is the start that we're going, so we need to go like fence posts. Very Stardew-esque, if you know what I mean, chat. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Connect and off. Straight down with the door. Maybe the door would end here instead. You know? I don't like the fact that the 3D of it doesn't... It looks off. That looks better. And then followed by a... Like the dirt track like that. With the tree. And then we need a My Little Pony, right? So now we need to go down to My Little Pony. Oh my god. Don't chat. Don't Google My Little Pony. This is just. Don't Google My Little Pony, chat. I'm gonna suggest like a cowboy-esque hat. Baby. I have to go now. Joey, it's okay. Thanks for joining in anyway, bro. If you can drop a like, drop a like. If you can't, I understand anyway, bro. Have a great night. Go. Maybe not this. That's not gonna work at all. How am I gonna? So that's the ear, right? Like this, right? So that's the back of the hair. The hat goes up still. Because I need to be off your iPad's device at 10 p.m. Hey, yo, don't worry about it, bro. I appreciate being here anyway. If you want to come back, we do Guarded quite a lot. Especially doing Fusion X Fusion. So drop a follow if you enjoy the time. Come back if you want to. I appreciate it nevertheless. Have a great night if I don't see you again. It was nice seeing you. Alright. Right, chat. Let's get back into drawing a... Can I suggest a game? What's your game suggestion, bro? Hear me. Why did I do this on an angle? Boo dude, dude. Make it meme? Make it meme is a game I've not heard of in a day. I do like the game suggestion though. Oh wait, did I just accidentally do it? Oh, I nailed it. I didn't mean to nail it, and I did, and I'm happy because of it. How do I just have to give it like a round buttocks? Maybe go up a little bit instead. It's a game you have to access it from Google. Make it meme? I give up yours. No, don't give up. Spread it like peanut butter jelly. Hey, Joey. Thanks for dropping a follow, bro. I appreciate it, man. I hope you enjoyed yourself, man. Cookie! Oh. Cookie, you are an amazing person. I hope you know that. And thank you. Why did I stretch when you asked me to hydrate? I hope you're having a good day today, Cookie. Visualize it. That is literally nothing right there, Joey. That one I've not seen in a day, Ryan. Right. Time update, chat. We have got 12.5 minutes left, so get your designs going. Okay? Get your work done. Gotta fix that butt. Bye. Later, Joey. Right. Joey, thanks for the follow again. I appreciate you, bro. Having a great night. And I have 27 coffee beans left. Bro, what did you waste them all on? Oh, wait, I have an idea. Let me know. What's the idea, bro? Add a little bit roundness to these feet. Dance. Put links in the chat. You'd have to send them into the Discord server and put it into one of the links, into one of the necessary chats. There's the link as well if you want to join into it. 1,000 on sound alert. Bruh, that's a lot of points. But it was worth it though. Straight around, straight around, straight around. I don't have Discord. You could try sending it to one of the people in the chat, seeing if they'd be able to put it in. It's a security thing though. Wake up in the dance. I need that to be a little bit more rounded, so we go around. Lovely. I think that'll do good. Nice. And then there's the ear. The ear comes up and goes down again. So far so good. I'll try to send it if you send it to you if I can figure out. Lovely. Do that. Round. Keep it round. Don't they have big eyes as well? Like that. Oh wait, you know what I should do? It should be, I need to write this. That is not an S. Stardew. That's a terrible. Hello, I'm on my laptop. Hey yo, let's go. Stop being so hot. Nah, bro. Spin, how you doing, dude? Welcome, Sin. Stardew. X. My Little Pony. Go on, hit me. What's your song request, bro? I'm having a good day, man. Welcome, 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 welcome. We're doing My Little Pony X Stardew Valley Fusion. Roni, welcome. Sin, hope you're having a good day today. Spins, what are you doing, bro? Sexy bear. Yeah. You meant to send it in Discord, you moron. Right, chat, 8-minute warning. Sugar. Get to the crib. Just know it's yours is horrible. Sorry, my leader. Sorry, my lord. Yeah. Let's go to... This is the picture I need to look at. Hey, you forgot about one thing in the rules. What's the rules? You forgot about one thing. Being mean? Just don't be an idiot, bruh. Nah, we can be mean as long as I can take it anyway. I can take it deep. Wait, that means something so...
Emotion. emotional, damn it.
That's terrible. I'm such a naughty bean. Oh, actually, I can't band. Yeah, because you're not being mean, you know? Welcome, Cinder. I'm having a good day, Ronnie. Oh, Shadows is live. Might pop and say hello. Shadows is live. I was just shouting at him. Did it boo? You're a bitch. Nah, your ma is, lads, you know. Your ma's looking terrible. Hey, Finn, how you doing? I bet your ma. Yeah. Right, there's the nose. I bet your ma has weird wheelie bins, doesn't she? Oh, it's the face as well. I'm gonna mess it up. Oh, I'm gonna mess it up so bad. What a W. Do not talk about me, ma. Hey, yo, listen here, Ramen, yeah? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make sure that your man has a nice life. I can't do it. Oh no, Ramen! You bought into it, you fell for my trap. Oh god. Right, Sin, can you quickly send me a message on Twitch so I can send you a link to make it meme? Ryan, do it for me. I'm drawing. I've got 5 minute wait. Chat, 5 minute warning. Get detailing going. I did not think I had such little time. Sin, yes, Randy, what's up? Right, let's chat. You've got 5 minutes left. Do song. Oh, the greatest song. I love it. What song? The name is OR. Oh, ah. This is what we call detailing. Send a song request in Discord. Lovely she is. This is not called detailing, but we're here. You have Discord. I don't know what the name is. You have a Discord? Yeah, of course I have a Discord. There you go. Send a link in chat. That is a terrible. All right, say less. This is chat. I spent too much time focusing on the pony and didn't even get a chance to put it. Wait, where is it? We got 4 minutes. Okay, now I need to focus. Lang. Why does it look like Ronnie McNutt? What's Ronnie McNutt? I need to look at this. I look like Ronnie McNutt? That is unfortunate. Damn. Ronnie's this guy. I've got him up on my screen. That's a madness. That is nuts. I mean, that's a violation. But hey, yo, I can't even take it. Oh my god, Lang, welcome, Sin. that fair. Hey, fair dues. Fair dues. Who would have ever knew? Hope you're having a good day, Lang. Anyway, how are you? Hey, yo, I'm doing good. Apparently, I'm doing mighty fine. Hold on, let me fix this. Does that help? Does that make it even worse? I'm doing good though. Thanks for asking. Hope you're having a good day today. I'm ready to be embarrassed due to yours. That's fine. The pony's so good. No, it's not, Angela. It's not good. It could have been so much better. Oh, I spent way too much time working on it. To the point where it's still in its sketch form, and we've got like 2 minutes left. That mullet makes you look even more. It's not a mullet. No. It's not a mullet. Right. This is why. Right, chat. Listen. Okay. I'm done. I'm not working on this drawing now. Right. It's not a mullet. Watch. See this? It's not a mullet. Oh my god, I'm dizzy. I can't. It's. See, it ain't a mullet. It's just long. I was gonna grow it out for a while. Now bro looks like Zoink Scoob. Like, I can't even do it, bro. Every time I walk, I can't. Like Scooby-Doo, where are you? Raggy? Yeah, I know, I get it. I look like I know. I'm gonna get it cut. I'm cutting it off tomorrow. Everybody's like, oh, I like it. Nah, I don't like it. He has that 2020 e-boy TikTok haircut. Okay, now that right there is the real reason I'm getting it taken off. In fact, you know what? I need this shirt gone. Right, there we go. You've lost the shirt. The hair, I'm sorry, it's going. All of the hair. The shirt's gone. Can you send it? Like, that's fine. Keep it. My girlfriend loves my hair. Chat, you guys are the reason why my girlfriend's gonna be upset. Okay? Right. You're the reason. Yes, Joey, I said yes. It's okay. You can send me the link. Look, in fact... Look, I'll send you a thing now. How? Shh, stop. Dun, 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 dun. Don't get down on yourself, oh. Joey's so focused on it. Oh, bro, I know. I feel that. Hey, yo, honestly, though. Let's see, right? So Joey had to DC. Oh, no, Joey did DC at the beginning, right? Why is that the... No, go at the front.
Instantryman boy just subscribed.
There we go. Now it's at the front. I saw that it hid behind a freaking wheel. Listen, Ramen, thank you for the prime, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you. Right, let you join. Oh, wait. Just you wait. Wait, does the last message have it in here? Yeah, there you go. There's the link. Right, let's see. The theme was... Oh, seven. So remember the mission, bro. Remember the mission. So this theme, chat, was... Take a note. And everybody here who said that they are in here... so far has said that they don't know how to draw. So let's see. It's My Little Pony in Stardew or Stardew in My Little Pony. And I'm terrified. Right, so we've got Ramen. Oh no, wait, we've got me. I didn't get round to coloring it. Turn on the Art song. Hey yo, you've got a good point. There's no way you mean... Do you mean ooh ah just a little bit? Do you mean ooh ah just a little bit? Ooh ah a little bit more? Is that what you mean? Nope. Oh my god, but that's a good song though. Ooh ah just a little bit. Oh. Tell me the full name of the song and I'll put it on next. Don't worry. What do you do? A, kick, beat, ride. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Eat! It's not beat. Mr. Beast. I choose ride the horse. Ride the pony. Huh? Okay, that's kind of cool. Not gonna lie. Use squares as well. Why did I ever even think about using shapes? Joey. Yes, baby. Joey DC'd. You know what? I see what I done wrong. It's pixel art, isn't it? It's 8-bit. I should have just done 8-bit. Go back into Masterpiece chat. There's Masterpiece joining into the lobby if you want to join in chat. Boom, there you go. It's, I say, oh. Now you say, ah. Ooh, ah, just a little bit. Ooh, ah, a little bit more. It's not showing up. I say, oh. I'm wondering if it's this. Is it this? Have a good stream. Ayo Spin, thanks for joining in, bro. Appreciate you, man. Have a great night. Ice cream, yeah! Welcome, Sim, bro. Welcome into the game. It's a vibe of a song, even if it's not. Right, so chat, we're going to do spin the wheel, right? So we're going to spin our wheel. Can I get spin the wheel? Spin the wheel. Right, so chat, this is what the Fusion X Fusion is going to be. First one's character or genre. Second one is the art style. It's spin that wheel. First wheel is going to be Max Steel. Hi, Angela. No, I shall not say that. You need to say it. Otherwise, I'll find your mother and I'll hopefully give her a great day. I'll buy her a coffee because she sounds like an amazing person. Right, we got Max Steel, which I've never seen. Chat, you know what? I'm just going to do a different one. Just because Ryan suggested it, I'm going to do a different one. What's the first one? Spin that wheel. Link. Chat, there's a link if you want to join on to this one. Sonic Unleashed, right? Sonic Unleashed. In the style of Sonic. Okay, Angela, if you want to join this one, I feel like you'd be amazing. This is Sonic in the style. I've got hair like stuck in my eye. Okay, now we immediately got. I like this. I like this one a lot. Hello, Croissant. Hello, Ice Cream as well. Welcome, in. The theme of this one is going to be Sonic as a Marvel character. You have 30 minutes. We'll do 30 minutes. There we go as well. We've got Angela. Hello, Angela. 30-minute timer chat to do a masterpiece. You can spend as much time working on one frame. It is going to be Sonic Unleashed as a Marvel character or in the theme of Marvel. The idea of it is banned from a Discord because I said a dead person's name. Why? What dead? What dead? Everybody dies. Everybody goes to the dirt. Was it Adolf? 30 minutes. Yes. 10 more minutes onto it as last time. Just because I think 10 minutes added on. Yeah, okay, okay. Right, chat, we're going to start now. There's 8 of you guys. Let's see Sonic as a Marvel character. It doesn't have to be Sonic the Hedgehog. It can be any character from Sonic as long as it's Sonic themed as a Marvel character. Siri, set a timer for 30 minutes. Okay. It's been 30 minutes. Want to end? What do you mean? It's going to be 30 minutes of... No, not you. Shut up. 30 minutes as a Sonic character. I'll be there for you. A drive by. Let's go to. No. 31 minutes. What about? Oh my god! What? You guys left the lobby? What lobby? Sonic, where did you go? Sonic, Suck, where did you go? The link at the chat? Yeah, the link was there, bro. We're all in the same lobby, Suck. What do you mean? This one? Okay, chat, we're going to start again. I think Suck didn't get into it, okay? Right, let's start again very quickly. Just for Suck. No, that's fine. Oh, okay. Oh, that's fine. Okay, we're not going to restart. That's fine. What am I looking at, though? Looks a star guy looking for... okay, you're telling me to look at By Your Side. Okay, By Your Side. Oh, I swear to you, I'll be there to you. I do. You already left? Okay, right, chat. We will start again. Okay, if people have already left, we'll just start again. It's fine. I'm bowing out of this one. I need to go to bed soon. Okay, don't worry about it, Fizzy. Right, look, if you've got people that already left, we may as well carry on. Wait, Raka's live. Oh, that's cool. Look like you. I guess that's deja vu, but I guess this can't be true, cause... Also, I've got your song in the playlist. I said Ricardo Lopez. As in the male stripper from the Ricardo meme. Everything is groove. This song is By Your Side by Friction. Joey, I sent you you can send me a DM, you know. I sent you a Twitch DM. I such a go to draw and go. It's okay, it's the same, it's gonna be the same draw in chat, okay? It's only because we missed out on getting stuck inside of the chat. So we're going to do it again. Okay? Don't worry. We are getting literally straight back into it. Do not worry. Click the link. Get in. I know, but I need verification. Look at Discord. I'm looking at Discord. Oh, share pictures. I'm looking at share pictures. Ah! What? Okay, that's sick. Why did... Was that Stardew? I am Twilight. I am Sintro's wife. I mean, my girlfriend's going to be disappointed at that one. Is that going to show? It does not show. It did not show instead. Vendetta King, thank you for following, bro. I appreciate it. That's kind of sick, bro. Why did it not show that? Hold on, wait. I can just show you like this way. Look! That is actually insane. Why can't we get you like this? You guys are crackers lacking. Right. New link? Yeah, new link. Hold on. There you go. Angela. Vendetta, thank you for the follow. Welcome to this internet. Hope you're having a great day. My name is Introsity HD, but you can call me
Whatever you like.
Welcome, Sin. Hope you're having a good day today. Chat join into. There is the link. Do not forget, this Fusion X Fusion is going to be Sonic Unleashed, or a Sonic character in the theme of a Marvel character. I have all my money on Angela's being the best, so no pressure, Angela. Well, you've got some work to do. Okay. You need to verify your account. It's super simple. Just check your emails. They'll be verified. I remember when I used to call Sin Sintro, and I will kill you on that pedestal, Sun-Dried Tomato. Okay. Chat, I'm going to give you 25 more seconds. Suck. You got any cool commands? How about ban? People typically make their own commands. I really think like the best command is my favorite one, to be fair, is just slots all. And I've lost everything. Great, thank you. I went through and got rid of a lot of all my old funny commands because I went away for a year and a half. Chat, I'm going to give you 30 seconds before we start the game. So if you're not in the lobby yet, please make sure you join in. There is the link. Join in before we go. Don't waste too much time. Why, Vendetta, do you have a cool command that you can suggest? Vengeance.
Vengeance. Where is she? I am vengeance. Where is she?
What do you want it to be? You know what, Vengeance? I got you. A Vengeance. Vendetta, I've got you. What do you want Vengeance to say? And I'll make it a command just for you. Just because you randomly said it. Ramen? Lost so many cups. Why'd you do it? Why'd you gamba?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Set the timer for 30 minutes. Right, chat, you've got 30 minutes to make Sonic character as a Marvel character. Right, let's look at some reference. What can we do? Are we going to go like Sonic as a... I've seen Sonic Captain America and Sonic Man as like Spider-Man or Iron Man. But let's see what we can do. I was thinking about going down the Thanos route with Knuckles. I want Robert Pattinson, Batman, to say, I have vengeance. 30 minutes. It's going to be a 30-minute. Yeah. I'm thinking we can go down Knuckles as Thanos. Wish me luck. Vendetta, listen, you've got it. You've got this in the bag. Don't worry. I have faith. I shouldn't have faith, but I've got faith. Okay, let's try see if we can get a reference image so that we can go... There's an add-on. Doom, doom, doom. Uh-oh. We could go... Okay. What if you go Tails as Iron... Tails can fly, Iron Man flies. Nothing comes close. Golden Coast. And it's going to be... In this one, it's going to be Sonic. Okay. The popsicle. Whoa. Okay, I've got the reference image. I'm going to try base this. This is not going to work out in my favor. I guarantee you it won't. So I'm going to start off with doing flicked her. Getting ready. Turn it around because I'm getting... You still not... I was getting references up. Okay, cool. Right, so you ready? We're going to start off with a hand. Right? With the whole... You know what I mean? Arm. Leading down to arm. With a circular leading off the arm. Daisy Dukes bikinis on top. Sunken skin. Shut up, Fizzy! Sickle. Going around. They unlocked. Sunken depends up. Rude, I'm sorry! So much pressure! And then they should go. This is the face. Forward. There we go. This. Nope. No, it needs to be way bigger than that. I'm thinking like... There's no way you're done already, Ryan. It needs to be more like this. Like out this way. I had a perfect idea. I'm terrified to know what it was. Turn the magic on. It's actually really well done. Okay, I have faith, but I have no faith as well, okay? I hope you understand. That's not curved enough. Steak should not be well done. Steak should not be well done, but it should be medium well, okay? Biz, I'm sorry. I can't say it can't be medium or medium rare. Nuh-uh. Angela, no! I have faith. I have faith in you. Maybe I need to change the angle of the nose to like here. Can I have your sub back? I don't know. Can you? Oh, you've got your sub back. Let's try fix this nose. I'm okay with that shape more. I'm okay. I'm more okay with this shape, but it's the connection that bit. Okay. Give it. I no longer want to be. No, I'm sorry. If it makes you feel better, my mother loves steak to be cooked rare. She loves it being rare, and I can't back it. I'm sorry, I can't. It's the one. I tell my mom, I'm like, I can't have it mooing while I'm a chewing. I can't. I'm sorry. Medium rare for me. My business partner does that. It's taken a while because I have to scroll all the way through your Gmail. Don't worry, you can always resend it, you know. You can get resent to the top. Got this. That might be a bad shape for its eye. That's a better one. With you. With you. Nope. Woohoo! I don't know how to. I used to be, when you think it's well done, cook an extra 5 minutes. See, I don't like the moisture's a weird one, you know. It's looking amazing already. Nah, not yet. Not yet. It's still got a lot to do on it. No, I need to do the ear first. The ear should be coming like, I don't see this is what I mean. The ear's not going to be big enough. I think I need to make the hand smaller, or I might just not get the ears on in general. But now I realize my mistake. Medium rare is so tender, so juicy, so
Moist.
I can't. Medium well is great, okay? Medium well is like, you know, there's still enough moisture in there. It's so tender still.
Moist. Moist.
Back in the night, dark night, they're gonna reveal it. Nope. How do I think it's this line that's doing my head in. I need to make it a little bit more, like, you know, like actually more robotic. I think I might stick with that. Yahoo. Nope. Lately. Yes. Oh, damn, you're actually good. I am. No. Not good. I don't think I'm good. The theme was not that. The theme was not that horrible. Sonic. I mean, no, it was Sonic as in Sonic Unleashed. So it could have been a Sonic character. It didn't have to specifically be Sonic. So you could have done Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, anyone from Shadow. Literally anyone that was from The Sonic universe, I guess. I guess we should start changing the wheel to say what universe you're drawing from, and then do crossovers. Because Fusion X Fusion, I love the idea, but I think we need to work on the wheel a bit more. But Vendetta, I appreciate that, bro. Considering I'm using mouse as well. So if I'm right, bad, I don't speak English. Angela, don't worry. Also, Angela, by the way, I know your name's Angela. If you ever don't like the fact I call you Angela, just tell me that you prefer me to say it correctly. But don't worry about it. I understand. My first rodeo. What is this song? My uncle says, wipe its arse, take off its horns, and slap it on a plate. That's... My sister's like that. My sister will have it blue if it was legal. The verse is good. Okay. Oof. The window. Dabba-doo-dos. Dabba-doo-doo. It needs to be way big. It needs to be like that big. Okay. Let's get that eye nailed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I nailed it. Oh, I just did it as fast as I could and I nailed it. Oh, that was nuts. Whoa. No, I like the angle going this way. I just don't like how I'm rounding it off. Because this is the mustache still. It's my hand. It's my arm's angle. Okay, if I move the mouse out my hand a bit more, I might get a bit more control. Nope, never mind. I know how to do it. Wait, I'm just gonna do... I think that worked. 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1. Okay. We just need to define it a little bit. What are we thinking, chat, so far? It's looking good so far, you know, chat. 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. It won't let you? How come it won't let you do that? That's kind of strange. It's Twitch. Can't find a Gmail. You can always get them to resend it though, you know. Or resend a thing. That is an insane... Joey, how? I'm going to try to take it down a bit more. Like this. Do 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 do. Do do do. See if we can get some like fake hairs to go up like that a little bit. What are we thinking? Joe, links don't work in the chat at all, bro. Like links don't even show up. I can't even see what that is. Oh. What I can on. Didn't like that. Nope, don't like that. Go back. Yep, there we go. That's better. Do 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 do. I have to try to go blurry-eyed so I can kind of see what we're doing to see if it's on the right track. Or if I type it out, but instead of the word, put a symbol. If you just do, instead of like .com, just put a space after the dot, right? And then it won't class it as a link. Do. Oh, wait, you can't do... Okay, Joey, you can't send invite links. That one I'd just be like, nah, you can't do that. It's like, you know, we're streaming a game right now. You can't just be trying to get an invite for people to join the... Stefan Knight. All ignite. Do you know the game I'm trying to send a link to? Make it meme. Alright, let's get these eyes popping. "12-minute warning, chat." Making me pop? No, as in that's the thing. I'm not gonna accept an invite to a game, you know? Ramen. Wait, are you done? I'm so close to done. I'm nowhere near done. Do 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 do. I need so much more time. Do I? No, I need 10. Ignite. Well, you make good art, so it makes sense. I didn't think that this would turn out as well as it did. I think that this, wait, actually, that helps a lot, actually. I didn't think I'd actually be that good at doing this, considering that I'm using my mouse. But I appreciate that, there, Ramen. Okay. Need to do that one again. Nope. Needs to be taller. If I can fill this one in quickly. It's the eyes that's gonna really throw it off. He's tracing. What? Huh? I'm not getting this wrist pain. Freehanding this shit while tracing. Sup, my skivity? Hey, yo, Arlo, how you doing, bro? How's your day going, dude, bro? Okay, I'm gonna finish the arm joints very quickly. Can I have the link?
Drink water. Become.
There you go, bro. I'll drink some water in a second, Drew. At this rate, I don't think I've got 8 minutes. I don't think I'm gonna finish. Ask my girlfriend. That's not long enough. Drew, how you doing, dude? Thank you, my Rizzler. Nothing, not a problem, my Rizzlord. Okay. When does the stream end? The stream ends in a couple of hours, bro. You've got time. We got a long time before we end. We're doing Minecraft after this as well. Is that Tails? Edward, it is! It is! Oh, I'm happy that someone recognized it. Yeah, Edward, it's Tails. We're doing Fusion Marvel X Sonic. And I'm doing Tails as Iron Man. It's freehand, unfortunately, because I don't have a drawing pad yet. Well, I did, but my brother broke it. I have a reaction recommendation for you next time. Okay, I'll listen to it on listen to you on that one once we get to it. We are going to be finishing in 6 minutes. We've got a 30-minute timer for this one. But I hope you're having a good day there towards Edward. All right, let's try get his arm fixed up. Been trying to figure out where I followed you from. Where was it, Fizzy? Through. Okay, yeah, that's why. Do you know who Patrick Mahomes is? I'd have to double check because I feel like I do, but I also feel like what I think it is really wrong. Is it Among Us? Let's try get the hand done quicker. Otherwise, I'm never going to finish it in time. If I can get... The hand is like the main feature to me. Was you streaming? Yeah, I was streaming Minecraft and Among Us 3 years ago, Pop. I had a channel called Doug Ryan, and the guy does alcohol infusions, and his video called Worst Drink Infusions. There's a guy who does it on TikTok, right? And he goes, time for a shot, Diboja, who I follow. Is that the same guy by any chance? Is that the guy who you're on about? If so, I love that guy. Probably then. Yeah. I still do love Among Us. I would love to do Among Us lobbies with everybody again. Especially modded Among Us. But apparently people just don't like playing it anymore. Oh, I've missed a finger. Man's looking bad. No, nuh-uh. Do you like brain rot videos? Brain rot videos? Yeah, but in private because everybody judges me otherwise. Right, let's get down. Let's start doing the next panel, which is going to be his body. Maybe a bit more further out. Because, you know, his arm's going to be backwards. You know? I really hope that this does justice. You like I do like brain rot though. I just need to hide when I watch it. Like my girlfriend will be like, "What the frick are you watching, bro?" Three, two, one, go. Okay, cool. Now I've got to do a little bit of colouring. I make it. I can't make it smaller, but I can make it lighter to make the subtle. And I like it like you. I like it like you. Three, two, one, go. You nearly got me, Arlo. Oh, bro. You nearly got me. I nearly ruined the entire thing for that. Good shit, good shit. Right, chat, I'm going to give it 5 more minutes so I can finish the colouring section of it, okay? So if you got any shading or anything you want to get out of the way, I see that there's one more person that hasn't done as well as me. I like it like yo. Okay, what I like yo. So what you do, what you do, what you do. Sha. Ra. Let's get the orange going at least a little bit. Boom, clap the sound of your heart. The beat goes on and on and on and on. Does she have eyebrows though? I've never seen her use eyebrows. I'm gonna now. How long is one round? This one's 30. I'm going over a tiny bit longer. Just because I want to get this done. Talented hand cramps. The hand cramps killing me, Vendetta. I really do appreciate it. I'm really trying for this one. So chat, I do have to hello there. Hi Ramen. I do have to say I am sorry that I'm going a little over the time. However, just bear with me. This is probably the best one I've done. So I'm kind of excited to see how it ends up. We're gonna go with a little bit of a nope, that's too boom. I wish I could choose specifically how, like, I wish I could choose in between there. Boom, clap the sound of my heart. The beat goes on and on and on. Come on to me now. I have to switch onto my laptop to watch the stream. Ayo, Ryan. And then we go pink. That's not shading at all. I want to do the tongue. Okay, now we get the red. Make it bigger. All of this is red anyway. The centerpiece is going to be blue. These Sigmas are on the school computers. Bro, are you actually on your school computer still? Or is it a school one that you take home? Only true Sigmas use school computers. Go. Computers, wait, I can't let that one. It just said come. I mean, what? Ah! I have an Xbox and a Switch. But that's all without skill computers. Okay, 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 okay. This one to be yellow as well. Anything else that needs to be yellow? Down here was yellow. That's fine. This one needs to be white. How's that, chat? We looking good so far? That one needs to be blue. Okay, so let's get the blue going. The center chest needs to be blue. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it's like what, lighter as well. Like it gets a little bit. Let's go say here. Like that. Yeah, yeah. We can take it into a white, make it look. Okay, right. I think we're done. So I'm going to make it big, and we're just going to go around in. Okay. Okay. We are about to be done. This is the most painful drawing I've ever done. Skibidi Toilet is peak. Yay, Skibidi Toilet. I just want to fill the sky a little bit. It's probably the best drawing I've ever done on Gartic. Okay, because like this, then make it go down. And you just ask, use no, because the fill doesn't. The fill will be awful. The fill will do it really badly. I can, and then I can also apply a different color into the sky. Like this, I don't have to go all the way over it. I can just do like light shading. See, so it looks like I'm kind of giving it an outline. I'm not. I'm just filling in the blanks. But kind of giving it a little bit of shading. Oh my lord, this took a while. Oh my god, that took a while. Done. Oh my god. that. Bung, 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 bung. I'm low-key really proud of it. There's a bit I can following. Right, chat, you ready? Who needs a drawing pad? I know, right? Where did I put my hand? I want to still could draw that well. Oh no! Right, chat, you ready for this? Oof! When I tell you, my arm, my hand, chat. Okay. Chat, the theme was Sonic the Hedgehog crossed with Marvel. A character from Sonic's universe, whether that be Knuckles, Tails, Eggman, anybody you want it to be. It could be Ugandan Knuckles. Who knows? Do you know? I don't know. Anyway, the theme was Sonic, Fusion, Marvel. This is what we got. Oh, when I tell you, I put so much time. You're getting saved. You have to be saved. Oh, that was just it. That's it. Right, Ryan. Let's see. Can you follow up with my Iron Tails? You know what? I'm saving that one. Chat, difference? Honestly, I think I put too much time into it. Chaos America. That's all I'm saying. Captain Chaos Emeralds. You know what? Shadow, exactly. They are not wrong. They did do. They did, and you know what? He even added shading in the top corner. Look at that. God, God bless America. You know what, Ryan? You stuck to it. Sonic X Marvel. Fair. Next one, Ramen. Let me see. I bet. Sonic the Hedgehog. What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Will there be another round? Geo, yes. Drew, did you see my final? That was pretty good. It was pretty good. Drew, did you see my final one? I'm proud. Yes, Geo, there is another round. Don't worry. I did. Bro, I'm proud. I'm proud of it. I'm very proud of it. That's going on my wall. Will another theme still be the same? Another theme. We'll spin the wheel, which is in the corner just over there. That was pretty good for a tracer. I don't know Sonic that much. Don't worry about it. It's okay. There's gonna be plenty. Be better. It took years. Shh, the fuck. It took me 35 minutes. Drink. I didn't do the hydrate before, Cookie. I'm sorry. Spidonic. Cookie, I'll drink twice. Thank you. Thank you for hydration. I took 2. That was a lot. Wait, my neighbor messaged me. I need to make sure that this isn't a please die message. I have no idea what that meant. Chug it. It's about 7 times the daily recommended amount of caffeine. I think not. Don't. Why you gotta be that dude? Drew, listen, Drew, I want you to listen to me. Zine is a donut. D-O-U-G-H-N-U-T. Donut. Zine's a donut, and we know it. Next! Angela. What? I mean, what's with this? Angela, I hate how mid. What's with the what's with the sus? I loved. You know what the thing was? It's the glass. If you didn't put those glasses on, I'd be terrified at how good. Does anyone remember Sonic? When the I know every time. Does anybody remember the original Sonic the Hedgehog trailer for the live action version? And it was just creepy, uncanny valley with like human teeth. Oh, I love it. I'm double saving it. It was crazy. Pull it up. I'll pull up. It really was just the weirdest shit ever. Original Sonic live action. Weird ass teeth, bruv. It was so creepy. I don't believe that. But chat, just look at the difference. The thing is, they really did listen, and that's what we love. I also remember seeing so this is basically Sonic video. Anything that's like, so this is basically, or there's a meat canyon. Oh my lord. Sonic 1 versus Sonic 2. No, I'm glad they listened though. They did listen. The one on the left is better. Blech. Although, of course you'd say that, bro. That is insane. Right. Another masterpiece round, chat. The link is in the chat, ready if anybody else would like to join up the round. Depending on what the theme is. You know exactly what I mean, Arlo. Yeah. How much time? Depending on what the theme is that we choose, which, speaking of which, we should really spin that wheel. Chat, can I get a spin that wheel? Chat, you ready? I want spin that wheel. The first one is Skyrim. Oh, this is gonna be good. It's Skyrim in the theme of... Oh, this could be so good. This is looking like a 30-minute round, chat. Skyrim in the theme of... It's Among Us. It's How to Train Your Dragon. Skyrim in the theme of How to Train Your Dragon. Oh, they go like this. Okay, Skyrim. Okay, I can show you very quickly, chat, what Skyrim is. And you'll all go, oh, it's perfectly matched. Is it? Yes. It's Dragon x Dragon, basically. Right, watch. I'll show you. You see what I mean? I don't know anything besides the type. But that's it. It's literally just, look, this is it. This is all you need to know. Swords, dragons, magical think mystical fantasy, right? Anything that is mystical fantasy in the style of How to Train Your Dragon. I think we might need to re-roll the second one. Let's do a... Basically Game of Thrones if it was animated. Okay, let's re-roll the... Let's see what a re-roll. Okay, let's see a re-roll. I think they're too similar. Please, 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 please. Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Right, chat. Shaggy in Skyrim, and so basically just fantasy Shaggy, okay? Fantasy Shaggy Rogers. So it's going to be Shaggy Rogers in basically in Game of Thrones, in Skyrim, in How to Train Your Dragon. That's the first one. So it's now Shaggy in How to Train Your Dragon. They are both animated characters anyway. So that sounds good. Right, let's see. Also, Ipo, Campo, nice to see you. How much time? Chat. Let's do another 30-minute round. Set a timer for 30 minutes. Shaggy in How to Train Your Dragon. Yes. Well, you know what? I think because we re-rolled, it can be, as long as Shaggy Rogers is in a dragon setting, such as like Game of Thrones, Skyrim, How to Train Your Dragon, go with it. However, bonus points if you do put it in How to Train Your Dragon. Heck up! Right, that's good. So, I'm going to change it. I also need to change the title because we're now doing Shaggy X Skyrim. Well, that's what I'm going to put in the title. Shaggy X Skyrim. Okay. That's going to extend to 40, 50 minutes. No, it won't. It won't. We won't do it this time. I was just really proud of the last one, okay? Right, so chat, you've got 30 minutes on the clock. Let's go. This is Masterpiece. Good. 30 minutes, okay? Okay, right, so while you guys are starting, I'm going to look up references of... Let's see. Is there anything that we could kind of do? Because we could go down like the Dovahkiin route. I'm off to bed now. See you soon, Fizzy. Have an amazing night. It was nice seeing you. Have a great time. Enjoy your steak mooing and a brewing. Arlo, I know you've got this. Don't worry. You've got this in the bag. I have faith. Bum ba-dum bum boom boom doom doom boom. How about if we went... Okay, so hear me out. We killed the Batman. This is not going to end well. No. Listen, chat, you've all got this. You've got this in the bag. I have faith. Okay? So we're going to start off with... I think we need to start off with his nose. That's way too big for a nose anyway. Start off with his nose, right? And then we need to go... Let's say... I just met you. So call me maybe. I'm up at 3 for work. Don't forget your besties kiddos from 8:30 while she goes to work. Tomorrow's going to be talking. Fizzy, I've got faith in you, okay? I've got faith that the kiddos are not going to be absolute little dickweeds. And you've got this in the bag. Yay. Good luck, Fizz. Oh my god. So we're thinking his mouth needs to come like all the way... All like what? Like this? I feel like if we want to have teeth... Like this. You know? The youngest will be. The eldest is chill. She sits on her Xbox playing Minecraft and Roblox. Get them off Roblox. Get them on Minecraft. God damn it. There's such a better world out there. That's fair, though. What do we think? And a tree. I got her into Minecraft. Good. Now get her away from that Roblox game. So bad. Just so bad. I'm okay with the mouth. To the point where I want to detail the mouth now. Like that. With a song called Carnival. I'll look at... Wait, Carnival as in Carnival from Whiplash. I listen to that song all the time. Do I have time to connect my drawing tablet? Yes, easily. I want to see what drawing tablet masterpieces people can do. Dum 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 bum dum dum bum dum bum bum. Need to round that bit off a little bit. That's a good. I found your mouse. What have you been? Have you been using your trackpad this entire time? That's kind of freaking funny. Or are you thinking like a? Yes, although it makes me feel happier knowing that what you've been making is on the drawing pad. Oh, I suck either way, so it's not going to be any better. Just Super Amazing Sonic Drawing. I mean, that Super Amazing Sonic Drawing was amazing. Now you guys are cooked? Holy guacamole. Oh, that's a perfect... That is the best freehand I've ever done. We don't even have to try. Why is my freehand all of a sudden so good? This is terrifying. I need to delete this bit though. A tiger twilight. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. No, it needs to be steeper. Now you're cooked. Think like what? Like this? No. Oh wait, I know what to do. Oh, I know exactly how to do this now. Wait. Okay, I know which direction I'm gonna take. Megamind. We don't even have to try. This is why, because I want to be able to do the whole... Fix his nose a little bit. We don't talk anymore. Still do. Yeah, yeah. No, I'll keep it as the one nostril maybe. Because how can I make the Dovahkiin horn? Let's go to Skyrim Dragonborn helmet. Okay. Okay. Cool. It goes down as well, so the horns have to do this. You know? We don't talk anymore. Ooh. That's way too wide. Like this. Maybe it goes down here? No. Okay, wait. I need to figure out the dimension where it's... Oh, this is going to be harder than I thought. So it needs to go... like that. Eyes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anymore. Ooh. Like I used to do. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I'm lost. I'm lost on what I'm doing here, and it's just gonna get worse. I feel like I'm making Batman. We don't talk anymore. Ooh. Okay, I think I just need to... just go from here, right? Never mind, can't find a cable for it. Damn. Ollie, you gotta go. That's okay, dude. Don't worry about it. Just hit done on your thing if you're done on it. That's it. Oh, it's hurting my hands, chat. Hands off. Yeah, yeah. Here we go. Back in the road. Did you start the window? Yeah. Wait. Ooh, I forgot to move that back down. I'm sorry, chat. Life. Mr. Worldwide, worldwide. Woo! I feel like that's a better nose for Shaggy. Like a good old Scooby snack could get you through. Got my ass off and then I get low. And hand gone. Ooh, I didn't tell my life. Oh, my hands just stopped working. Ass go. Tinder. Hmm. Ooh. Mr. Worldwide. It's his hair that's really gonna mess with me. I got to go. How am I gonna... around. At this rate, I may as well just do this. I may as well just do that at this rate. Looking now in top again. Mr. Worldwide, gonna ruin that to get it on time. Been there, done there. Believe me. Do. Maybe it's the ear that is screwing us. Right? Maybe that's what's really... Maybe it's Maybelline. Run this. Run this. I was trying to go down the route of giving him like dragon's eyes. I just don't think that's what's gonna work. What if we gave him like actual shaggy eyes? These eyes I used to draw years ago, and they freak me out to this day. I don't like them. We just need to... what's an evil kind of... We can... Okay, wait. What if we were to just... For his eyes? I don't think I'm going to be able to... How? How am I going to do it? Oh my lord. Am I stuck? Hmm. Doom, 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 ba doom, boom. Hmm. Okay. I can vibe with that one. Just here, come out. Yep. Ooh, it's the eyes. I don't know what to do with the eye. The eyes are gonna be a killer. I think we can conceal them inside of a mask. I think we... Oh, what? How are we gonna hide him in a mask, though? skip it up, skip it double up beat, double skip it double. Okay, let's get rid of this. Let's make this a bit bigger. Boom. Like that? I think I did it right. Oh, frick. What? Okay, wait. What if I just don't give him eyes? What if I just get rid of the problem completely? I think I'm cheating, but at the same time, I think it's perfectly legal. Because what I'll do... Nope, wrong line. I'm not going to give him eyes. I've beat it. I know what to do. Okay. I'm okay with doing it later. I guess I kind of need to give it more detail in it though. Okay, now we can down. Ain't gonna ruin the picture because it's all technically just black and white anyway. Sugar. You're spang. Oh, this is gonna... I need to do the full layer with just one click and not make any mistakes. to this background. Like, if I let go of this click right now, I lose the entire background. The eye's gonna mess you up. Yeah, the eyes messed me the frick up. So I just removed the problem. I just didn't give him eyes. I put the helmet over his face as if he's being a dork. Because if we all know Shaggy Rogers is such a, like, he's such a nerd. Like, he always messes up. So my theory is he tried to put the helmet on and it's too big for him. Oh, I can let go. The circle tool being ghosted? Yeah, bro. For real, though. Look at that. Nah, I think he ate something and went, wait, this isn't weed. And then, and then he became Dragonborn. That's exactly it. Luna. Also, hello, Luna. But also, why are you onto something? Welcome. Hope you're having a good day today, Luna. Let's go down to a musky brown. That's the wrong thing. Wait, this isn't... Oh, wait, this isn't a Scooby snack? Ooh, it's just...
Fus Roda.
He burps and he shouts. Wait, Scooby-Doo, this isn't a Scooby snack. Raggy. Some kind of hold me down. Chat, this is a 3-minute warning. You're about to hit 3 minutes left. Three minutes left. Well, no, technically 4 minutes because it says up there in the top corner. I got so many pet dogs. I feel truly blessed. That's amazing. 3 minutes? Okay, chat, I'll give you a 5-minute extension, okay? If we need, we've got 5 minutes instead of 3. Because I'm also not done with shading at all. I've not finished colouring it in once. Something hold me down. How far down can it go? I can get away with that. Came here for love. I won't give it up. I won't dare to reach out. Not to call me down. I can't even see where this touches and where it ends. It's so light. Is that what people think that my skin tone looks like? I don't know where your skin ends and white light starts. Alright, let's make you a lot smaller. We're gonna be singing. Siri, set the timer for 3 minutes. Chat, this is your final 3-minute warning. We can be singing. Three, two, one. We can be singing. Turn it all around. Da, 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 da. Girl, put your love on me. Cause I don't let you down. Okay. I'm gonna try and use this tool, the fill tool. We can be singing. Oh, it's gonna be awful using this tool. Da, 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 da. Nope. Needs to be like a lighter blue. Nope. Like a really, really light. No, like a sky blue almost. Now I need to go over it with the color that I've literally just had, which I can't remember. My eyes. Chat, you've got from now 20 seconds. Get that last minute work done. You've got 20 seconds. I've still got so much more to do. Sugar. Lord have mercy. This is horrible. Oh, trust me, you think you got it bad? Right. Chat. I can do that again. I can do that one better. That's how fat rush this. I know that was 40 minutes. Holy guac. Chat. This is Gartic Fusion. The theme today was Shaggy Rogers from Scooby-Doo crossed with Skyrim / How to Train Your Dragon. Let's see what the first one was. Chat. You had 40 minutes. This is what the first one was. This was my one. I still feel like I messed up. There's a lot. I changed so much towards it. I went towards the How to Train Your Dragon animated. I think I mixed all three in there. I think could have been better, could have been worse. All right, next one, let's go. Angela. Whoa. Oh. Just gonna save that on my Zine. Chat, everybody just tag Zine, right? Exactly. Shut up, you got that. Power distribution is 1%. Exactly. This is Shaggy. This isn't even Shaggy's final form. Also, bless you. Hello. I hope you're doing okay. I know you've been gone for reasons, but I hope you're doing okay. Okay, there he is. Zine. Use the last minute to draw Shaggy. You know, I can see that it was the last minute, but listen. That's putting the chat to shame, Angela. Next, we've got Arlo sub 2 cents. Arlo had to leave, but you know what? I'll take it. That one so far, second place. Easy second place. Geo. What the frick? Oh my god, it's Scooby! Geo! Oh, Geo, let's freaking go, bro. That's amazing. You even drew It's Shaggy Rogers and Scooby-Doo the Dragon. Oh, I love it. Oh, chat. Pogs in the chat to you guys. Now we've got Ipo. It's so sick. Oh my god, it's so sick. Ipo. Zine, are you seeing these? Oh, that's so good. I love it. It's only 1% of his power as well. Oh, that's nuts. The thing is, we've got Geo. We've got Angela. And then we've got Ipo as well. Oh, chat, you guys are doing... Right, Shadow. I'm just saying, Shadow. My one's meant to be Shaggy turned into Toothless. Let's see, please. I beg. This is what I think it's going to be. But it's so adorable. It's adorable. Thank you for snoozing the ads. Give you inspo for a boss. It's Taggy. Shoothless. Panic drawing the hair. No, but it's okay. It's Shoothless. I want it to be in... I want it to be a part of the family. Right, chat. Look. Let's do another. And let's see what we've got. We could do one more if you guys want to do another one. However... Chat, I'm only going to do it if you say spin the wheel in the chat. I'm only going to do it. Let me put in the invite link as well. So chat, if you want to join in, here is the link. There you go. We've got Luna inside here as well. Spin the Sneal. Spin that Sneal. And bless you, welcome Sin into the game. Let's go. Spin the Sneal. Let's go. Let's go. No. No. We got Baby Yoda. Depending on what comes out, I'll say I'll get sleep. It's pretty late. It's okay, Geo. I get it. 100%. But listen, listen, if you're not in already, Discord follows, all that stuff. Join it in there. Okay? Oh, please. Please, please, please. It's Baby Yoda in Minions. Baby Yoda in the style of Minions the movie. Have fun, guys. Geo, listen. It's been a pleasure. If you have to disappear, disappear. It's been nice having you in here anyway, man. I appreciate it. I think I'm going to hit the high. Hey, yo, listen, Gio, it was nice having you around. If you're not already followed and you want to come by another time, drop the follow. If you don't, I hope to see you another time because you've been kind of cool jumping in. We play Gartic. We do Masterpiece Fusion. We have the wheel. Hope you liked it. If not, it was nice here. Nice meeting you. I'd love to draw this, but I have to leave. I sorry I had to leave Angela, but it's okay. I think I'm going to take this round off. That is okay. This one, for me, this is going to be my favorite. Geo, look at that. You're an amazing person. Wait, why are you not showing? No. Oh, yo, are you going to show? Where are you? Why did the follow not go through? Geo, the follow hasn't came through. However, I see the follow on my end. Chat. Geo followed. Geo, thank you for the follow. Welcome to this internet. Yes, we do. We do Fusion X Fusions. I do Masterpieces. I'm going to try start bringing it in a lot more. I've only started bringing in the wheel as of yesterday. So far, so good. It's doing well. I've liked it so far. Until then, see you later. Have an amazing night. Chat, if you're on this round, this one's going to be cool. We're going to do between 20 to 30 minutes. I think we'll start with 30 minutes, but if we're done sooner. This one is Baby Yoda. Let's close this tab. This is Baby Yoda X Minions. Let's just fix up the title. Baby Yoda X Minions. Right. Good night, party people. Wish there was a copy and paste tool in Gartic. Trust me, I'm aware. Canonically, I wish it was there too. Right, let's grab this. Let's close this tab because I've got a lot of that. Let's get... Oh, that's my Dragon Ball from... Not Dragon Ball. What the frick am I saying? Right, now we're looking for... Let's see what we can do. Oh, okay. That's gross. No, what people have been getting so far? People have been doing a gross... Ugh. It's meant to look cute. It looks like, you know, the green minions? The purple minions, even. That's why it's giving me vibes of. Okay. Nobody's done it yet. However, I think I'm going to try give it a go. On our way, baby, to find what they're gonna do. Okay, so the starting point's going to be like flat head and ears, right? So we're going to go with a... So let's bring this all the way down, right? We're going to talk... But then we're also talking like big goggles. That's exactly what it wants to look like. Okay, I sort of see it. Okay. That line's... Okay, I need to fix my positioning. Chat, one of my neighbors is cooking pizza. No. Garlic bread. One of my neighbors is cooking garlic bread. Because my window is open and my neighbor next door also has their window open. And they're cooking garlic bread. I want garlic bread now. Well, you know what? I'm going to drink coffee. That's what I'm going to do. That is upsetting. Oh. If you want to know why does it feel so good, so bad, whoa. Okay, let's get rid of this bottom side of the ear. We can do it so much better. I don't want to start the round off slow. We need a flick. Just... It's too... No. More like that. Yes. By the way, chat, fun fact, I've never seen Star Wars and I've never seen Baby Yoda. Even though I know his name's not even Baby Yoda, but everybody knows him as Baby Yoda, right? I've never seen it. As fast as he can. I think he needs to go down to like here. Okay. I'm already seeing it. I need to give him as fast as he can. Me back. Is it more? No. He's got really like round cheeks. Because he's old. Why does it look? He's got a cyst. Why does it look like he's got mumps? Needs down. Oh wait, no. Okay, wait. So we're gonna give him his ears, right? Oh, I know the route we're going. I know the route that we have to take. It'll be the We're gonna do Baby. I've never seen Baby Yoda though. What do you mean, baby? Yeah. It's just Yoda. It's not Yoda though, is it? Yoda is the name. I know which route we're gonna take. That is the cleanest circle I've ever done freehand. And it's too big as well. References? Huh? I have no idea what you're on about, bless you. Oh, why are my circles so good? That is nuts. Use reference pics. Oh yeah. No, I'm use. I've got two images next to each other. That's what I'm doing. That was the right size why I clicked off it. It looks like Gizmo. Nope, it looks like Gizmo. Nope, can't do that. No. I don't want to do this, but I also feel like I need to use this. Nope, can't do that. I can't. It's gonna make me recoil. I know what you mean, Shadow, when you said I wish that there was copy paste. Because now you've got to try to get those circles right, and I know that's the route that you're going. That's way too bad. Wait, is no... Okay, wait. I think if I get his nose right... Because the idea that I'm trying to go with Yoda... Let's get rid of this to start with. Because we've got the top of his head right, and that's pretty much the only thing I want to try get. It's really going to be his mouth. Right? Because that's the minion mouth. That's the worst tooth I've done. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has 5 teeth. Because he's a baby, I should give him 2 like really big baby teeth. More baby-esque teeth rather than like rounded, like flattened out people teeth. Just because, you know, we want to give that baby vibe. Baby Yoda. You my guest. I know how to... Oh, it hit me. Ask you to take. Hey, oh. The way to get... Okay. Maybe you're in class and maybe you're sick. If we go down the... You know, like this route, it's like the actual minion route. My wrist! Ba-dum bum bum ba-dum. Gonna be right every night I love that. Old school state, old school chic. How do we do? He looks menacing. Why? He looks terrifying. I think chat. I think I've messed this up. I think. Okay, I'm gonna go down. Okay. You guys are gonna hate me. I'm going down. I'm gonna go down a horror route. I'm going down the Yoda minion like realism, like really screwed up horror vibe. I can never sound it all. I love it. I love it. Whew. Okay, I need to take a handbrake. I think I'm going down the right route. This is terrifying. This is terrifying in every aspect. How are the northern lights visible? Such random thing. The northern lights visible in Manchester, of all places. The husband. Da, 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 love it. Da, 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 night. Da, 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 buying groceries, buying groceries. Your husband. Oh, the light. Oh, baby, like a lady. Like that. Groceries. Buy him a buying and go to the Reese, please. He looks like a nerd. He does look like a nerd. He's gonna get a lot more horrid. I'm gonna make him a lot more horror. I went down the trying to figure out how to make his body correct. Like what was the right figure for him. It did not work. So I just went down the horror route. And I'm gonna make the background really like ripped apart.
Quack. 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 Quack.
I've just realized, chat. It looks like, and I can't unsee it. Watch. All I need to do right here. It looks like if Peter Griffin and Baby Yoda were merged into each other. I've drawn Baby Yoda Peter Griffin. And now I can't unsee it, especially with the bum chin. Oh no!
Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1, drop.
Hello-ish. I hate it. Get away, fat man. It's the exposed skin that's creeping me out the most. Lois, get the lightsaber. I'm eating the kids. Oh, sure. Hmm. Sure. Okay. My sister used to be obsessed with Lana Del Rey back in the day. Say back in the day, she probably still is obsessed with it to this day. Push me out the door you go. Back in times sadness. At the summertime sadness. Whoa, 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 oh, oh, oh. Sha. No, that needs to be white. The little bit of And then with a surrounding bit of... bit more black in the center. Oh, now I've just figured out. Oh, that's how you were doing all of the weird shady. You're just doing sketch art with a bigger brush size than me. He's high on acid. He's definitely, yeah, he really, yes. Yes, I will take that. Honey, get the saver. Meg, I'm coming for you. This is freaking terrifying, bro. Nah, Meg would be the only one who said... Meg would be... Yeah, exactly. She'd be... Meg would be the only one that runs away. Peter, or well... Petrick Yoda. Let's say, or... Yeeta. No. Poda. Yeah. So let's say Poda over here goes round and he starts like eating Chris, Stewie, Lois, even Joe, Glenn, and Quagmire. Yeeta. Yeet. Okay, we'll stick with Yeeta. Yeeta is the only one who'd go over to Meg and look and go run away. Or Meg would think that she'd escaped and then a car just runs her over. Chat, you got 5-minute warning, by the way. 5-minute warning before timer is up. I did not realize the time. We've not got that long left. Meg in a zombie apocalypse be safe. Honestly, they'd all smell her and go. You know, like in World War Z, where it's like you're safe if you're ill. It's like she's got every kind of STI. Just because she's born. Every zombie's just like, no thanks. Japan takes her in to make a cure out of her, like, never mind. They make bread out of her, never mind. Oh, that's minging. Sin, never say that again. The lights in the light. Sophia, the side. Guys, so Quagmire would be safe too. Exactly. He has every single STI under the sun, so he'd be safe. He'd make his own cure. Wait, when? Hold on, wait. That's the star. Chat, apparently the northern lights of... Hold on. I've just sat on it. Okay. That was a lie. Apparently the northern lights are visible tonight. I did panic thinking I could see them. It's not. It's just those lights behind me. I live in central London. Oh, that's why. I live in central London. Of course I can't see. Okay, right. So we've got a little bit of time left. You've got 2 minutes. I saw them from London? No, Cookie, really? That's just upset her. No! Gosh damn it, princess. We should open the messages first. My friend took the better photos I can post them. Please post them. I want to see them. Princess sent me a picture and I'm like, damn, I wish I'd saw that sooner. It's one of my bucket list things to see the Northern Lights. I mean, I want to go and see them properly. Not just from... I want to see, like, no light pollution or anything. But magnetic storm in London is insane. So I'm going to give you a 3-minute extension. Just so I can get the background of this done. I just saw the very end of it. This, apparently it's going to happen again tonight, though, Cookie. Sha, sha, sha. Da, na, na. Ra, da, da. Shot, shot, shot. What's the fusion? It is Minions X Baby Yoda, and I couldn't get his eyes or body right, so I turned it into a fusion horror. And then I realized it looks like Baby Yoda and Peter Griffin. And now I can't unsee it. The heart is cute. I can't... Yeah, exactly. The second I'd mentioned Peter Griffin, I was like, oh, it's all I can see. Once I get this bit. Ah. 30 minutes, 30 seconds even, chat. Yeah. What's cooler than cool? Ice cold. Ice cold. Alright. Now, ladies. Yeah. Okay. Shot. Shake it. Chat, this one. Fusion. Gothic phone. All that jazz. Fusion X Fusion. Baby Yoda. What's the fusion? Baby Yoda and Minions, innit? Chat. Gothic phone. Fusion X Fusion. Minions X Baby Yoda. You know how it is already. Let's see what you go. I feel terrible for the start of this, and I'm sorry. Shados. Mr. Shados Gaming in the building. Shados, welcome, Sin. Chat, welcome in over from Shados' crew. Nice to see you all. We're about to show off Fusion X Fusion. Chat, I'm so sorry. You're about to see the worst thing. You're about to see me fail. This is my Fusion X Fusion of Baby Yoda and Minions. Now, I ended up giving up, and I ended up turning it into a Yoda X Peter Griffin horror. But this is my Fusion X Fusion Baby Yoda. And Birds, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in officially and formally to this internet. Welcome, Sin. Welcome, Sin. Welcome, Sin. Welcome to this internet. Please enjoy your stay. Half of the community is either autistic or gay. That's how I like to see it. What is that? What is it, though? What is it? There'll be more Northern Lights in London this weekend. I'ma see them. I'ma see them. This is meant to be Fusion X Fusion, okay? It's meant to be cool. What does that make you? Black. Next, we have IPO. I'm looking forward to IPO. IPO, please, please, please. It's freak. Oh my god, that's freaking amazing. That's. Chat. That is sick. Okay. That really is. That's amazing. IPO. Save it. Wait, did I save my one? Now I have. That is insane. Luna, please, please, please. Luna, 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 Luna. Where was that going? I mean, that's cool as shit. But where was it going? Chat, is that a character from... Luna had to leave as well. Is that a character from... Baby Girl? I don't know. Glad you tried. Bless you. Let me see. I can't save it because it's only half a... Look, the thing is, look at the beginning. It was going down such a nice route as well. And then you've got the... It would have been so good. That would have been so good. I love that. And the draw... They've definitely got the drawing pad connected, Luna. Let's see. Bless you. I want to see how cute... You said you made it cute? See, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Damn it. Shadows, I believe that you've got some, Let's see. Chat, if you want to join Fusion X Fusion. It's peanut butter jelly time. Okay. Let's see, chat. Where's my wheel gone? Wait, where's my wheel? There it is. Where'd it go? Right, chat. Let's see what we've got. Okay, I gotta go sleep. It's okay. Right, let's see what it would have been. I think that was the last fusion that we're doing. However, let's see what it would have been, I guess. Let's see what we would have got. Have fun with the stream. Link, it was nice seeing you as always. Have a great night. Thanks for coming by. It would have been Skyrim. Skyrim X. It would have been Skyrim X Deep Space.
Yo!
Quack, quack.
Let's see what it would have been again. Let's do one more and see what it's. We're not doing that one, but let's just see what it is. I want to see if I am back. Suck, yo, welcome in. Sonic Unleashed X. Oh, but that would be so fun. Sonic X Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, that would have been so fun to do. What's the difference between Sonic Unleashed and Sonic? It's just Sonic. Deadass, it is just Sonic. Just somebody said Sonic Unleashed. I was like, yeah, sure. Specifically Sonic Unleashed. Sonic Unleashed 2, maybe. But yeah, it's that would have been fun. God, we don't have time to do another Gartic. We need to go and show off the Minecraft server. Okay, wait. In fact, chat, this is a good time for me. Oh, I see. We might do. Okay, so listen. Hold on and let me just see what we can do. Right, so chat, listen. Here's not a barter, but hear me out. So... Sorry, I vibe out to that song. Here's the thing. So, I want to put out and say... Hello, everybody. Did you know that there is a Minecraft roleplay server similarly to GTA roleplay, no pixel if you will, similarly to meaning it's just a roleplay server. If you played roleplay before, I'm going to do it again. Hello. Oh my god, Tex. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, Sin. Welcome to this internet. You should start a radio station. Really? Get CEO bunk. Stop bunking me. Watch, this is what you do.
Radio Centrosity HD, 69.420 FM, coming at you live. This song is Peanut Butter Jelly, and it goes like this.
Quack. Quack, quack. Quack, quack. Quack, quack.
Yeah, I get too carried away into songs. Clip. Indeed, it clipped. I've got a button that tells me when clips are made. You just made a clip. Thank you, Cookie.
Double kill. Double kill. Double kill. Kilimanjaro.
So, okay, wait. I need to say this, but... Hey, chat, welcome. You're on TikTok. Say hello to TikTok, everybody. Hello, TikTok. Listen, I've got something to tell you. Did you know, and hear me out before you leave, did you know that there is a Minecraft roleplay server that is popping the absolute off right now? Everybody's loving it. Everybody's playing it. It's called HeroCraft. If you don't know what HeroCraft is, just go on to twitch.tv/CentrosityHD. It's this channel that you're watching right now, and just search for the IP. It's located there. It's down there. It's really cool. Custom emotes, custom missions, custom jobs to do, leveling, adventuring, making babies with mama, whatever you can think of doing. If it's been made in GTA roleplay, if it's been made in different roleplay games, if it's been made in anything, you're going to like it. You're going to have a ball with it. Get your friends onto it. It's going to be out soon. There's open beta testing right now as well. It's modded. It's fun. It's freaking dope. Just come and join it. You'll probably enjoy it. And if you do enjoy anything roleplay, join it. If you don't enjoy anything roleplay, it's still going to be freaking fun. Just
join it.
It's not hard. Just join it. It's going to be fun. Okay? Join it. I'll see you there. I'll see you there. I'll see you there. Okay. Bye. And that's how you do on the fly recording. But yeah, so chat. Anyway, so the Minecraft server, we're going back into open alpha, right? The alpha is going to be ready and we're going to be doing it on Monday. So if you like doing anything to do with Minecraft and Minecraft roleplay, like I've just said, we're going to be doing a lot to do with that. It's going to be dope. It's going to be live again on Monday for the full week. You can test it. Cookie, you also have a house. So, there's that. Good job on owning the first house on the server, you dingus. But, I want to show you guys the server. So, I'm going to load up Verquarkler. Let's see, what did this... Where's my palace? There is a palace. Actually, Shadow, you know what? You want to see your palace? I'll show you your freaking palace. Okay. No, you've got it. Don't say I didn't warn you. I'm going to show you your palace. Right, let me close the minions tabs. I'm going to show you your palace. You've got it. Sure. Why not? You own the palace. I'll say it. Minecraft. I need to show you guys it before you disappear. And before I end... Ow. Showing off. Canonically, I'm the ruler of the RP server now. Easy. You've done it. Alright. Yo! Shout out. So you ready to see some are you ready to see the Minecraft server? I'm here, bro. I know you're here, bro. But are you here? In the building. In the building. With a forehead like that, how could you say no? Look at that. You got Shadow and Shados. We're only missing Shadow Sky as well, and that'd be absolutely f***ing weird. Also, Shadows, you just missed us filming. We've just filmed as well. Although, to be fair, chat, I did film most of, if you were involved in the Gothic, most of that was filmed, and they're going to be on TikTok. So if you don't know what we do on TikTok, go follow. There you go. It's there. Go check out the TikTok, the TikTok. It's down there. It's in the chat. It's there somewhere. It's like right there, I think. Like right there, right now. If you click it, click on TikTok and follow, you'll get given a jelly bean that might or might not grow a beanstalk to lead up to a giant's palace. You also might not get the bean. I'm sorry, but follow it anyway. It's cool. Shaq, how you doing? In the building. Right. What? You know what? I can just display screen and show you for now, just while it's loading. Oh, you guys want to see the logo? There's the HeroCraft logo. How cool is that? That's freaking dope. I shouldn't have told you that, but you know, now you know. Now you know. I look sick. Thank you. It took me 2 days. Go ahead, get down. Looks like some D&D. Well, that's the point, though, Shadow. It's meant to be D&D. Man, I'm so tired. I'll look for now. Yeah, lurk. Don't talk, but just make sure you watch, because you want to see what the server's like. I turn my lurk command off just to mess with everybody. Everybody's like, oh, what? There's no lurk command? Of course there's no lurk command. There is, but I've turned it off just to mess with everybody. But just watch. Also, text again. Appreciate the follow. Yeah, I'm watching. Don't worry, I'll watch for him. Exactly. No, I could do Shadows then, Shaq. Exactly. However, is my Minecraft gonna crash loading for the first time in a while? Oh, thank you. Right, let's full screen this bad boy. Yeah. Wait, I'm gonna put the adventure music on just to be better. Thanks, bro. Wait, what do you say thanks to Zine for? Yeah! I took it to the crib. Gotta be down. There we go. What are you thanking Zine? What does Zine do? Zine ain't a nice guy. Zine's Zine. Go ahead, be gone. Who's the sexy girl? Who's the sexy girl? There we go. I was like on a chance to had a good stream. Oh. Okay, you know what? In fact, this chat. Welcome to the new HeroCraft. Take me home. Oh yeah, Cookie. Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, Cookie. So look, you can toggle your camera. Oh, chat, what? You guys want emotes? You can now emote. I thought I could use. Oh, trust me, I'm aware. Zine, it pulls you. Good shit, man. You fixed it. Wingcraft vibes, more animated. Looks really good. Oh, just you wait. You can sit on the floor, chat. And then you can lay under the floor, chat. That one's a bug. That one's funny. Well, I like that bug. That one's my favorite bug. Now, chat, here's the part you've all been waiting for. Did we mention we added distant horizon, so now the entire map fully renders at all times?
Once there was a man named Henrik Lefroy. The dawn and the greatest, the hero that the people had needed, but not one that they thought that they'd always had. Henrik was a simple man who, like you and I, was destined for greatness. Now, I won't spare you the details, but when I tell you, Henrik was about to venture on what could only be described as the greatest adventure of his life. So join me on what I tell you can only be the beginning of nothing more than the greatest adventure yet. This is HeroCraft. You like spinnies? Let me take you to the spinnies. Look at all the spinnies, chat. Everything can spin. Everything. Welcome. to HeroCraft.
Now, I love this. I love it. First time I've loaded in the creative menu as well, so it'll take a second. But chat. HeroCraft's coming back for Open Alpha 2 on Monday. The post is inside my Discord server. I think I crashed my Minecraft. Zine, I think I did just crash my Minecraft, actually. I'm gonna let that load in for a second. Okay. I think I did. Okay, so I think you need... Okay. I know, creative menu too powerful. I just want to show off the chat. You can now watch this. Yeet. You can yeet things far, far away. I always do that. There it is. You can grab things and you can just hold down throw. Yeet. And they also bounce off the... Oh, it's so good. I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh, chat, did you know as well? Phone calls. We have our own custom coins. It's a HeroCraft mod that we've got ourselves. Physics? Yeah, Cookie. Cookie's a whore for good UI and good coding. Talk to Zine. Zine's the guy that did it. We've improved every aspect since Alpha 1. Nothing's the same. Nothing's the same. Ducats. Everything you can think of. Every job you can think of. Let me show you the far side of the map. I've only shown you one side of the map as well, chat. Let me put this scene on so we can get more footage out of it. Spinnies. Bees. Spinnies. Apiaries. Apple trees. Trees. Trees for cutting jobs, of course. Let me oh, I can't render, can I, if I'm in... Yoink. Oh, you fall through trees as well, chat. Am I... Oh, I'm in adventure mode. Shoot. Do you guys like casting spells and shit? Maybe you'd want to be a part of the Mages Guilds. Chat, if you've not noticed as well, do you guys know what my render distance is on? Shadow, don't. I feel like you know what Distant Horizons is. I've got 2 live streams on it right now. Oh, it's on 12. Let's put it on 8. I don't know what I think I might have allocated too little RAM this time. See? I think 12 is the best because this is 8. It just about brings out the bridge. It uses LODs to render in everything. Welcome to the prison chat. Exactly. We're going to send Geeta there to eat them all. I really need to allocate more RAM to this next time. Jeez. Welcome to hospital. How much have I got allocated? 6. Who is... Akosha? Is Akosha actually here? Kill me. So this is the Mistman. Kill me, Akosha. Oh, wow. This is the hospital. He's looting me. Don't loot me. Put my shit down. So watch chat. You can do. You can be downed, or you can take me to the bed, and it will heal me. Ayo Shadows. Welcome back, my friend. May I introduce ye to the new, the improved HeroCraft. Oh, I haven't shown you guys the palace. Some people will already know the palace. However, Shadow, you said you wanted to be king. Allow me to take you to the palace, my friend, my lord.
Welcome to the Grand Palace. Or not.
How the frick do you go down ladders? I should know. I designed all of this. I think I designed this one. That's just stupid.
One last time. One last fight. This is HeroCraft.
Now, chat. Just saying. Flying looks epic. Bro, honestly, everything is 10 out of 10. I can't wait. I really, really can't wait for it, chat. I'm going to turn the server off just now because if you can't tell, I've done something really stupid to make everything lag. Stupid. It's going to make my stream freeze if I keep doing it. So I'm going to turn the server off for now. But chat, listen. We've already recorded a video explaining things, but let me just do it again for you guys. You ready? Hello, everybody. It's me again. The best person ever. The guy that introduced you before. I'm back with another thing. Why have you not heard about HeroCraft? Right, chat. Easy. Super simple. We filmed a video. It was sort of like that, except it was like a 2-minute long thing. It's just... I can't wait. Monday, chat. Monday. That's when we're going to be on, okay? We are back. We are live. I want you all... If you can stream it. Bring your friends on with you. Join us on it. Enjoy... And just enjoy it, right? Just enjoy having the vibe and living in the moment with us. Enjoy being on HeroCraft. It's going to be something different, especially now that we're in Alpha 2. Everything kind of feels more homely and everything just feels a little bit more vibey. You know, everything feels a little bit more complete. I'm looking forward to getting... I want to see if we can get 20 people on. That'd be cool. All there chatting and hanging out with each other. If we can get 20 people on. It's a social server. It really is. It's been different. Hey, Max. No Diddy. Thanks for the follow. Welcome, Sin. Welcome to this internet. I hope you're having a good day. I will ask people, get all your friends. If we can hit 20 players on the server, concurrent, for the first day, and Bedrock users can join, right? No. Bugrock cannot join, unfortunately. Yeah, we're not doing that one. It's all about hanging out with friends and making new ones. Exactly. And it is all about being on Java Edition Minecraft, people. Remember that. It's a Java server. I think IP is the one that says this, maybe. Nope. It's an outdated one as well. Okay, everything about it is outdated. Never listen to that. However, I will tell you all. It is. I need to I need to restart my PC at this rate. My Opera GX is also frozen. Chat, we good by the way? Are we good? Can you guys hear me still and stuff? Or have I lost you guys as well? Let me see. Oh my god, I've got bad strength. Yeah, you're here. Okay, cool. Chat, just let me know in the chat very quickly. Are you guys hyped? Are you guys hyped for HeroCraft to be back? We can hear. Well, can you see? That's the question. But chat, I want to know. Are you guys hyped for HeroCraft Alpha 2 this week? You gotta update the command. I know. It's all, I need to update the command fully and also include that it is Java. I can't wait for it. It's gonna be freaking dope. Okay. So chat, what I want to do, I'm gonna go edit some TikToks and make sure that everyone is there. I want to go over. We want to go raid. We raided this person last time, and we're gonna freaking do it again. They're playing Baldur's Gate 3 today, chat. Get ready. We are going down, and we're gonna raid Caprixa. Not Capri Sun, not Calipolis, Caprixa. Go say hello. Go watch Baldur's Gate. Go freak them out. Tell them a weird fact about yourself, chat. However, we are going to be playing Lethal Company with Caprixa on Sunday. I'm not going to be streaming it. I'm going to be recording it privately, and it's going to be on YouTube on Monday, okay? Calipolis, I know. We love Callie. I do. But she's doing her old stuff right now. Chat, go over. Say a cool fact about yourself. You know what? Don't even go in and, like, do a little bit comment for HeroCraft. I cannot wait for HeroCraft, okay? I can't. Monday. The next stream is Monday. And that is when the HeroCraft Alpha 2 is. Go over, do your sin raids, have a good time, but then randomly tell Throwback. I know, right? Just start saying random facts about me, you, and your friend. Just start confuse her, okay? That's the vibe. That's what we want to do. So go over, say hello, chat. I will see you all same time, same place on Monday for HeroCraft Alpha Launch 2. Be inside the chat. Be ready. The IP will be updated. Everything will be updated. You'll all see me there. Let me see what we can do. Henrik Lefroy is going to be there. What about you? I'll see you later. Lights. Lights. Camera. Accent. Later, dogs. Let me see your war faces.